virtual students. So this is the guided reading lesson that we were going to do together today in our Thursday Google Meet. However, that had to be canceled due to some things happening here in the building. So I did this recording for you guys so that you could still go ahead and work on this lesson. We will be going over this tomorrow in our Friday Google Meet in our breakout session. So you want to make sure you have completed this before I meet with you guys on Friday morning at 9 a.m. The passage that you are going to be reading today is called An Apple for My Teacher. So what I want you to do now, I want you to pause this video and I want you to take a second to read the next two slides titled An Apple for My Teacher. Do your best to read them independently. If there's any words that you're not sure what they are or how to pronounce them, highlight them if you can. And when you come back to this video after you have read it on your own, I will be reading it out loud to you and we can discuss some of those words if we need to on Friday. So go ahead and pause and read the passage now. Okay, now that you have read the passage independently on your own, I'm going to go ahead and read it out loud to you. So here we go. An Apple for My Teacher. Having both my parents work as teachers can be a real drag. They always know what's going on in my school. Also, they have a million questions for me each day. I have no choice but to do my homework every single day and participate in class. Otherwise, my parents would find out and make a big deal of it. Basically, they never let me get away with anything if it's related to school. Having teachers for parents is tough. However, there are some upsides to having teachers for parents as well. Let's pause for a second and talk about the word upsides. So far we can tell that the person who wrote this passage does not like having both of their parents as teachers. They give us reasons why. They have to do their homework every single day. They have to participate in class. If they don't, their parents will find out. They'll make a big deal of it. They don't let them get away with anything. So this person starts off by listing all the negative things about having parents for teachers. But this first paragraph ends by saying, however, there are some upsides to having teachers for parents as well. So upsides, This sentence is a transition sentence. It lets me know that we're going to go from talking about all the negative things to talking about the positive things, because the upside of something means the good part about it, the good things, the good reasons why it's nice to have your parents both be teachers. So the upside means these are the positive things about it. This is the good stuff. All right, let's keep reading. Paragraph 2. One reason I like having teachers for parents is that they always help me. No matter what I'm working on, they are able to coach me through my work. I know some of my friends' parents don't understand what we are working on in class. It's been such a long time since they went to school, after all. I'm pretty lucky to have not just one teacher at school, but also two at home. Keep reading. Another reason it's not so bad having my parents work as teachers is because I never get in trouble. I'm not sneaking in class and trying to get away with things. Instead, I always try to pay attention in class and do my work. My parents would be so angry with me if I acted out in class. They've told me about students before in their own classes who didn't act appropriately. There is no way I could do the same thing to my teachers. It's not a bad thing to always follow the rules. Everyone is happy when I do, including myself. The last reason I like having teachers for parents is because they always know how to make my teacher feel special. My favorite thing has become bringing my teachers special treats on a regular basis. I can tell my teachers appreciate it too. They always get a huge grin on their face when I present them with a new present. Sometimes my presents are pretty unique. One time I brought my teacher a paper airplane designed especially for him. Most of the time my gifts are pretty average though. I love bringing an apple for my teacher this year. She is really healthy and seems to love getting apples from me. Most of the other kids in my class don't bring my teachers gifts often. The main reason I do is because my parents encourage me to make my teacher feel appreciated. She does work super hard each day, after all. Okay, so there is the passage, An Apple for My Teacher. What you're going to do now, you're going to drag the words that are in yellow and match whether this would be considered an upside of having your parents be teachers, or would it be a downside? And remember, we paused earlier and we talked about what upside meant. So the upside are the good things about having teachers, having your parents be teachers. The downside are going to be those negative things, the things that you don't like about having your parents also be teachers. So that's what we're doing here. Read the sentence. Is this considered a good thing, a good reason why you like having your parents be teachers, or was this a bad thing? Upside is the positives, the good stuff. The downside is the negative, the things that we don't like. So you're going to drag and match on this slide. On this last slide, you are going to answer all 4 of these questions by typing your answer, and there are already text boxes here provided for you, so just double click and you will be able to type your response. Now, when responding to these, you must respond in a complete sentence, okay? If you do not, on Friday, I will make you go back and do this part if it is not done in complete sentences. So, the first question said, why is it a real drag to have teachers for parents? Right here, we want to start and we want to restate that question. We want to say, it's a real drag to have teachers for parents because, and that because word is so important, because after that word, you're going to give me all the reasons, or a few really, because you don't have a whole lot of space to type here. You're going to give me a few of the reasons why it's a drag to have teachers for parents. Let's talk about what that means. If something's a real drag, does that mean that's a good thing? It's awesome, it's great, or is that a negative thing? So think about that, and we're going to talk about this question tomorrow, so I don't want to give you too much information. But think about in the passage and use context clues to figure out what exactly does it mean if we say something is a real drag. Again, must respond in a complete sentence. This question, why does the boy want his teacher to feel so special? Again, guys, the answer is in the story. So go back, look in the passage, and use the information in the passage to answer this question in a complete sentence. This right here, how does the boy act in class? So that's the question we have to answer. Then it says why. You have to tell me why he chooses to act that way. If you don't, I'm going to make you come back to this question and give me those specific evidence, those examples from the text. So this is, we've done some evidence-based writing and questions. So this is something that we have been working on. When you're answering this question, you need to use some of those key phrases. In the passage it said, the story stated, the boy in the story said this. Pull those examples, that evidence straight from the story and have it in your answer right here. You must reference or refer back to what you read in the story when answering this question, guys. Complete sentences, and you need more than one sentence here. You have to have more than one sentence here. And then your last question, why does the boy like having teachers for parents? You're giving me 2 reasons, example 1 and example 2. Again, these are coming straight from the passage. I'm looking for a complete sentence. Give me 2 reasons from the story that the person gave why they like having their parents as teachers as well. So this is our guided reading lesson for today. We will be going over this in our Friday morning Google Meet at 9 a.m. So make sure you complete it before then and write down any questions you have, and we will discuss it tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Keep up the hard work.